Hello, my friends. How are you today? It's Anita Kaiser from Anita Kaiser Wellness. And I thought I would talk to you briefly today about how healing can work with tapping. For a lot of us, coming off the holidays, things can feel quite raw, right? In many cases, we've spent time with family. It's really special and precious. But depending on the connection you have with your family, we don't always feel seen or heard, right? And so sometimes that can leave us, especially as empaths, with this deep sense of sadness, this deep sense of frustration or unworthiness. And so I wanted to share a story about one of my clients. We've been working together for quite a few months now. And when we started, no matter what we were talking about, we would be tapping through whatever was coming up on that particular day. And always we came back to a specific memory from childhood. It was a memory that was quite a painful memory and very, very deeply ingrained in my client. It was a memory that this particular client had worked through in a lot of other ways prior to coming with me, prior to coming to work with me. And that memory just kept coming up and kept holding her in that space. And so we tapped through it, we worked through it. Each time it came up, we looked at it again, we released the pain that was associated with it each time. And then recently, we had another scenario where we were talking about something that brought back some more childhood stuff. And it was so exciting because the memory that came up was not the one that we had cleared. It took a few rounds initially when we worked with that, maybe 4 or 5 sessions, and then we just moved on to other things. So it wasn't until recently when something else came back, something new came up, and we started to go back in memories when I saw that this particular client was finally free of that piece of pain. And so I thought that was pretty exciting because so many of us go through things that stay with us. And sometimes they're really horrible, and sometimes they're not as horrible, but they feel really painful at the time, right? So I just wanted to share that with you today. And as we close up this decade and move into a new year, if you have a memory or some painful pieces that keep coming up for you and you keep trying to push them down, maybe it's time to actually release them. Hey, Rashid, I'm almost done. Maybe it's time to actually release those memories and allow them to move on, because you don't actually have to carry that pain. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope this has been helpful. If you're interested in finding out more about working with me, I do have a free webinar coming up in terms of abundance for empaths without the guilt. It's guilt-free abundance, and that's January 4th at 2 p.m. EST. And of course, I also have regular one-on-one sessions available. So you can send me a message or comment on my page, and I'd be happy to reach out to you. So that's it. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'm wishing you so much love and joy and peace and spaciousness in your life for 2020. Have a great afternoon.